In the misty hills of Britain, one question has survived for centuries: was King Arthur a real king, a forgotten warrior, or one of history's greatest legends? Today, Arthur is remembered through Camelot, noble knights, Excalibur, Merlin, and the Round Table. But the story we know was not born all at once. To find the real story behind Arthur, we must look past the romance and open the older evidence, manuscripts, chronicles, ruins, and the silence between them. After Rome withdrew from Britain, the island changed quickly. Old Roman roads remained, but central authority weakened and local rulers fought to control a fractured land. In this uncertain world, new enemies pressed from the east. Saxon war bands, local kingdoms, and rival leaders created the perfect setting for a defender to be remembered. And yet, the historical Arthur is difficult to prove. The clearest records from his supposed lifetime do not give us a simple crowned king named Arthur. Early traditions describe shadows of a warrior figure, a leader who fought for the Britons. This Arthur may have been remembered first as a commander, not a monarch. One name returns again and again: Badon. Later writers connect Arthur to a major victory there, a battle said to have slowed the advance of his enemies. If Arthur was real, he may have looked less like a shining king and more like a hardened war leader, guiding men through a dangerous post-Roman world. The grand Camelot of legend did not belong to that early age. The real setting would have been rougher, smaller, and far less polished than later stories imagined. In the 12th century, Geoffrey of Monmouth changed everything. His writing gave Arthur a larger life, turning scattered memories into a sweeping story of kingship. From that moment, Arthur began to transform. A possible battle leader became a royal figure, shaped by writers who wanted history to feel meaningful and heroic. Then came the Round Table, one of the most powerful images in the legend. It suggested loyalty, shared honor, and a brotherhood where every knight had a place. The sword in the stone was not evidence from history. It was a symbol, a dramatic way to show rightful power, destiny, and the choosing of a king. Excalibur carried that symbolism even further. Whether drawn from stone or received by water, the sword became a sign of authority, memory, and mythic power. Merlin brought wisdom and magic into the story. His presence reminds us that Arthurian legend grew from folklore, belief, and imagination as much as from history. Guinevere and Lancelot added courtly tension and human tragedy. Their story belongs mostly to later romance, where love, loyalty, and betrayal shaped the fall of Camelot. As the Middle Ages advanced, writers remade Arthur in their own image. Chivalry, noble courts, and sacred quests rewrote the past into an ideal world. So who inspired Arthur? Perhaps one commander, perhaps several leaders, or perhaps a collective memory of Britons who resisted during a time of collapse and fear. For centuries, people have searched for Camelot in cliffs, ruins, and ancient strongholds. The landscape offers clues, but certainty remains just beyond reach. Archaeology can reveal the world Arthur may have lived in: pottery, walls, weapons, and settlements. But it has not yet uncovered a final answer. The legend survived because it offered more than history. Arthur became a promise of unity, courage, and a leader who might return when his people needed him most. Perhaps Arthur was a man. Perhaps he was a myth. Or perhaps he was a memory, built from truth, hope, and stories repeated across generations. In the end, the real King Arthur remains half hidden in mist. But the legend he became still rides through history as the once and future king. Subscribe to the channel and join the History Storytellers for cinematic history documentaries and journeys into the past.